Hello students, in our previous session from the chapter number 2, Systematics of Living Organisms, we have learned regarding the two kingdoms, that is Kingdom Monera and Kingdom Protista. In this session, we are going to learn about the general characters of Kingdom Plantae and Kingdom Fungi. The third kingdom in the system of five kingdom is Kingdom Plantae. Now, Kingdom Plantae includes different types of plants. Then the plants are generally autotrophic or autotrophs. Now, autotrophic plants are those which can produce their own food material. Such plants are called as autotrophs, or they show autotrophic mode of nutrition. Then autotrophs are of two types, that is photosynthetic autotrophs, means the plants produce their own food material with the help of sunlight, water, carbon dioxide, and in presence of chlorophyll. While chemosynthetic autotrophs are those organisms or plants which produce their food material with the help of chemical energy released during different types of chemical reaction. Hence, they are called as chemosynthetic autotrophs. Then some plants are semi-autotrophic, or they are also called as insectivorous plants. Now, insectivorous plants, you know that these plants trap different insects and obtained mineral nutrients from them, especially nitrogen is obtained from the insects and it is used by the plants, as well as these plants carry the process of photosynthesis and produce the food material and obtained energy for their different activities. Hence, these plants are called as semi-autotrophs. Then example of it is plants like Venus flytrap, then pitcher plant, then bladderwort. Then some plants are heterotrophic, that means they are dependent on other plants for their food material or nutrients. For example, parasites like Cuscuta. Now Cuscuta is a plant which is called Amarvel in Marathi. The Cuscuta plant show absence of leaves, then chlorophyll is absent. Hence, it cannot produce its own food material and it is totally dependent on other plants for food material. It directly absorbs food material or nutrients from other green plants. Then members of the kingdom Plantae are multicellular. That means they are many celled, having eukaryotic cells. You know that eukaryotic cell means which show presence of well-developed nucleus, then membrane-bound cell organelles like Golgi complex, mitochondria, endoplasmic reticulum are present. Then they show presence of chlorophyll. With the help of this chlorophyll, plants can produce their own food material by the process of photosynthesis. Then cells show presence of cell wall, and cell wall contains a substance called as cellulose. Then plants show alternation of generation, that is, the life cycle in plants is completed in two distinct phases or generations, and these are alternate. They come alternate one after each other. Now these generations are sporophytic generation and gametophytic generation. Now sporophytic generation means it is spore producing generation. Then gametophytic generation means it is gamete producing generation. So They come alternate or they alternate with each other, and the life cycle is completed by the plants. Then kingdom Plantae is divided into two major groups, that is cryptogamy or cryptogams and phanerogamy or phanerogams. So the plants belonging to cryptogams do not show development of seed or seeds are absent, while phanerogams show production or development of seeds. So kingdom Plantae show a vast varieties of plants. Some plants are aquatic while some are terrestrial. The fourth kingdom in the system of classification, that is five kingdom system, is kingdom fungi. The organisms are eukaryotic, that means they show presence of eukaryotic cell structure. Then they are heterotrophs, showing heterotrophic mode of nutrition. It means they are dependent on other organisms for their food material or nutrition. Then they are found in warm, that means warm temperature region, and humid places. Humid places are those where moisture is present in the atmosphere. Then they may be unicellular or multicellular. They have simple body. The body structure is very simple, which may be unicellular or made up of long thread-like structure or fiber-like structures called as hyphae. Here we can see the body is made up of thread-like structures. These are called as hyphae. If it is single, it is called as hypa. Then more than one, it is called as hyphae. Then you have seen mushrooms. Generally, mushrooms are found in rainy season as they grow on dead and decaying organic matter. So mushrooms are umbrella shaped, you know that. The mushrooms have a compact mass of cells. The cells are compactly arranged in mushrooms. Then unicellular organisms have protoplast with many nuclei. Example of it is Rhizopus, then Saccharomyces. Saccharomyces is a type of yeast and it is one of the unicellular fungus. So Rhizopus is also unicellular, but it shows presence of number of nuclei. Rhizopus grows on dead and decaying organic matter. Almost all the fungi grow on dead and decaying organic matter. Then some fungi are filament like and are called as filamentous fungi, consisting of a body called as mycelium in which hyphae are present. So number of hyphae come together to form a structure called as mycelium. So in this mycelium, number of hyphae are present. The hyphae may be septate or they may be with septa or without septa. Now here we can see the hyphae are of two types. These are septate hyphae. Septate means they show presence of septa or partition between the nuclei. Here we can see, here is the septum, single is septum. So they show presence of partitions or septum between the nuclei. Hence such hyphae are called as septate hyphae. Then they may be without septa. That means here in this diagram we can see the septa is absent or the partitions are absent. And such non-septate or aseptate hyphae may be showing one nuclei or they may show many nuclei. That means they may be uninucleate or multinucleate. The non-septate multinucleate hyphae are called as cenocytic hyphae. Here we can see this hyphae show many nuclei or they are multinucleate and they show absence of septa. So such multinucleate non-septate hyphae are also called as cenocytic hyphae. So fungi is made up of thread-like structure called as hyphae, while some fungi like mushrooms show the cells which are compactly arranged. The next general character of fungi is that the cell wall in fungi is made up of or composed of the substances. It may be chitin or it may be fungal cellulose. Then fungi are either saprophytic or parasitic. Now, in saprophytic mode of nutrition, the fungi absorb nutrients from dead and decaying organic matter like dead remains of plants like leaves, branches, then roots. So such fungi which absorb nutrients from dead and decaying organic matter are called as saprophytic, while some are parasitic. Now parasitic mode of nutrition means the fungi which absorb nutrients directly from other living organism. Such fungi are called as parasitic fungi. Now there are different animals which are also parasites. Then we have seen the parasitic plant, that is Cuscuta, which absorb nutrients directly from other living organisms. So for example, in animals, mosquito is one of the parasite which absorb nutrients from animals by absorbing nutrients from the blood. So such organisms are called as parasites and the mode of nutrition is called as parasitic mode of nutrition. Then sexual reproduction in fungi occurs by the fusion of gametes, that is male gamete fuses with female gamete and the process of fertilization occurs. So sexual reproduction occurs by the fusion of gametes. Then asexual reproduction takes place by fragmentation. Now fragmentation is the method in which the mycelium is converted into small fragments and these fragments again develop into a fungal body. Then in some unicellular forms like yeast, reproduction occurs by means of cell division or it is called as fission, and it may also occur by developing the bud. Bud means a small cell develops on the parent cell. You know that yeasts are unicellular fungi. So from single cell an outgrowth or small cell of yeast develops. It matures and get separated from the parent cell. So asexual reproduction occurs by means of fragmentation, then simple cell division, that is called as fission, and developing bud, that is budding. Then some fungi are symbiotic, either live with algae as lichens. Now symbiotic association is the association between two different types of organisms, and these two different organisms come together for mutual benefit, and in this association both the organisms are benefited from each other, hence it is called as symbiotic association. So some fungi are symbiotic and they form association with algae and are called as lichens. So algae and fungi come together, then fungi absorb water and provide it to the algae, while algae provides some amount of nutrients to the fungi, and such common structure is called as lichens. At the end of this chapter, we are going to learn regarding the topic, that is lichens. Then some fungi are in the form of mycorrhiza, or the type of fungus called as mycorrhiza is present in association with the roots of higher plants. That means the fungi like mycorrhiza, they form association with the roots of higher plants and provide water to the roots by absorbing and retaining water from the soil, and while they get some amount of nutrients from the higher plant. So some fungi form symbiotic association with other types of organism. Then mushroom, a type of fungus, you all know regarding mushroom. So mushrooms are used or they are consumed as food, as they are rich in different types of nutrients. Then they show presence of proteins, then different types of minerals, as well as they are sugar free. Hence, they can be used as food material by diabetics patient. Then the common example of fungi, that is yeast. Yeast is used in different bakery products and breweries. Now bakery products like you know that production of bread, yeast is used. Then different food products, yeast is also used. Then one of the fungus that is called as penicillium is used for antibiotic production. Now Alexander Fleming was the first scientist who extracted an antibiotic called as penicillin from the fungus, that is penicillium. Now antibiotics are the substances or the microorganisms which kill or stop the growth of other harmful organisms. So antibiotics are used to treat different types of bacterial infections. Then harmful fungi cause different types of diseases in plants as well as animals as well as in human beings. Now example of it is Puccinia. So here we have seen the general characters of the kingdom fungi. Now fungi is further classified on the basis of their structure, then mode of spore formation and fruiting bodies. So fungi is further classified into four different groups on the basis of their structure, on the basis of the type of spore, and on the basis of fruiting bodies. So these groups are, the first one is phycomycetes, then second one is ascomycetes, then the third one is basidiomycetes, and the fourth one is deuteromycetes. So in our next session, we are going to study the details of each type of fungi. So in this session, we have learned regarding the general characters of the kingdom Plantae and kingdom Fungi. Remaining topics we will see in our next sessions.